Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Open Mic Podcast. This is your host, Michael, and I just wanted to do a little video podcast this time. Just a little short and sweet video. You know what I'm saying? Uh, this short video is brought to you by Liquid Death. Don't just quench your thirst, murder your thirst. Liquid Death, the unofficial sponsor of the Open Mic Podcast. Hope everybody had a great Monday. It's Monday, 10 minutes to 9. Did my ruck this evening. Went down to the park, did my work, changed the scenery. Worked out pretty well. It was warm though. I wish I'd have done it this morning, but uh, it was warm this evening. But yeah, this is inside. This is my actual studio. This is normally where I record um, my podcast, but this is the game room. As you guys can see, we got some games in here. So this is usually where I record, but when I go to start actually doing my video podcast, I'm going to set up a studio down in the basement, so it won't be just this game room. Um, but yeah, uh, just wanted to do a little test. Just want to do a little test this evening, just to test the camera out and see how it looks, see how it goes, how it look. Damn, cord on my damn beard. Beard look good. Hey man, I got the world's tiniest headset. I gotta change that. It's hot in here. That's why I say I'm gonna move everything down to another room where it's a little bit cooler, man, because this room gets hot. And but yeah, man, it's my game room. Got a lot of entertainment in here. Man, people used to come over to my house and be like, "Wow, is that like a whole arcade kind of setup?" And these aren't real. They're not real. They're replicas. They're smaller versions. I have owned the full size arcades, but man, they take up so much space, and those things are heavy as hell. So Uh, man, you need like five guys to move those damn things, and they didn't have wheels, and they're solid wood. And then they got the old CRT, like two monitors in them, man. Those things alone weigh a couple hundred pounds. So I've had those over the years too. And then so yeah, I've had those. But these are all replicas. Man, I got into building these things back when COVID hit because so many people were told to stay at home, and then people sitting at home ain't got nothing to do and started playing games, right? And I started building these, putting like multi-cades as they call them, where like one cabinet would have like 500 games on it or whatever. You just kind of pick and choose what you want. So I started building those and did pretty good actually during the COVID time. But it became to where like I did it as a hobby and then it started to feel like a job, so I stopped doing it. And it got to the point where I would try to like warranty, like if someone bought one from me that I built, I would try to, if they had an issue, I'd try to help them out. But it just got to the point where people started messing with like the hardware and, going into the menu and trying to change settings and all that stuff. And it got kind of, they're asking me for help like every week. And I'm like, are you messing with the settings? Nah, we're not, but that's a lie. They were definitely messing with the settings. So, um, yeah, I stopped doing it. I mean, I don't mind helping people out there having issues, but it just got it just became too much. So it got to the point where I tell people, look, like you buy these, if you need some troubleshoot, I'll try to troubleshoot. Like you shoot me a message on Facebook or whatever. And I was trying to actually do my own business and kind of get these things going. And some people had reached out and I gave them some prices. I literally was like not making anything off the prices I had set. I was just trying to basically get my name out there and get something out there and just get them built. But it never really came to fruition. Um, I probably could have put a little more effort into it, but I felt like the ones I had built so far, right? Like I show people those and just say, hey, this is the type of work I do. And I don't know, it just never. It's like it didn't work. Like I don't know, people weren't interested. And then there were some companies out there that build replicas. And I see the prices they charge, and I'm like, these people are in business, right? Like, or maybe they're not. I don't know. So it was, my prices were a lot cheaper. But like I said in the beginning, I was just kind of trying to get my name out there. So I was cutting deals, I guess you could say. Well, I don't think it was really deals, but I was trying to take care of people. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm new, so I was trying to just get my name out there, and it just wasn't working. So it's like whatever. But anyway, this is episode. We're gonna call this episode 12.5. This is 12 and a half. No, 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 no. Yeah, I guess that's right. Last episode was 12. This is like 12.5. I guess that's what we call halfway between 13. So yeah, man, I was outside. I got home. My neighbor was outside. I got really good neighbors. My neighborhood is pretty good for most boys. Pretty quiet, pretty calm. Like my street especially. But I feel like I'm the needy neighbor. So like I always need a ladder or I need a power tool or I need and I own stuff. It's like but I don't buy like salt. Like if I feel like if I'm gonna use it once or twice, I don't buy it, I just borrow it. Or I'll go to Harbor Freight and buy one and like take it back when I'm done with it. Or Lowe's or anywhere for that matter. And so my neighbor came out. He's a body guy, works for a body shop. And he had took this sub out of some car. It was probably some total lost car or whatever. And he's like, "Hey man, you think you can use this like a powered sub inside like a enclosure made for a specific vehicle?" I said, "Yeah, I'd probably make that work in a little Mazda. It go between the seats. It fit perfect. Take the mount bracket off, it like slid right in. It'd be perfect. So I'm gonna try to maybe I can try to wire that thing up, get a little bump. It's like a little eight. It's not gonna be loud at all. Nothing like what I had back in the day, but I was telling him, I buffed it and all that. And that's what he does. He's a body guy, paint guy, whatever. And he looked at it, said I did a pretty good job. I feel like I did a good job too. I mean I can buff for the most part. Like if it needs paint correction, that's a little different. But just basic, throw some compound on a soft foam pad, I can put on a buffer and do pretty good. So this truck had been sitting for a long time, so it had a lot of oxidized, like black streaks where dirt had like sat where it rained. I got all that out. It's clean, man. Everybody sees it, loves it. I've had people try to buy it, but whatever. The hood is very flimsy, and I didn't think about this. Nobody probably knows this, but when you open your hood and you got like the cross sections in the hood, right? And it's usually got some type of like insulation or something in there because the engine heat. Well, I was telling my neighbor that the hood was real flimsy. He's like they put caulk in between the cross braces and the metal for the hood. Like they put caulk in there. And he's like, I guarantee if you go over and look, all the caulk's probably gone, especially the truck being 32 years old. So sure enough, I went over and popped the hood and he came over and looked. Yeah, all the caulking, all that was gone. So he's like, yeah, man, I'll bring some home tomorrow. We'll caulk it. We'll reseal it and that'll sturdy it back up. See, that's a good neighbor, man. Man, that guy ain't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like my neighbor across the street gave me a mower because my neighbor next door I was borrowing his mower, right? Because man, we got small yards, but I was borrowing his mower and he didn't care. But I was always afraid something would happen to it, and then I'd have to buy him a new one or something. And I told him, man, he's like, man, that's a mower. He gives a shit about a mower. So I buy the cheapest mower I could find. That's what he told me. But my neighbor across the street mows yards. My neighbor across the street is one hard working SOB. I can tell you that. That dude has a regular job. He works overnight. He gets off like midnight. And then he'll get up the next day. And I guess his uncle in law owns his own business. And he'll go help him. And then this guy does like sidewalk. Like he did some flooring in my house for him. He builds fences. He fences bait. Man, he does so much. I'm like, damn, this dude. Most people now don't even want to work one job. This guy goes and works a evening shift job and then gets up, gets home 12, 1 o'clock, goes to bed, wakes up next morning, wife goes to work, gets kids ready for school, whatever, and then he goes to work another job, and then comes home, and then goes back to work, like second shift. That's wild. That's a hustle. I mean, that's a grind, dude. But that guy's got goals. I got goals too, but I ain't working two jobs. I just maybe if it was something like that where I was working with, like if I had a family, member or somebody that owned their own business or whatever, and I could like help them on the side sometimes, so I need a little extra cash. That would probably be cool, and I feel like that's kind of what he does. But then, like I said, he does flooring, and fencing, and all. He's pretty much like a jack of all trades. But he gave me a mower because he was mowing grass at I don't know if that's aunt's house or in-laws house, whatever. But he bought the mower here, and it runs fine. And it's one of those. I got like a steep hill on the side of my house, and it's got like a little handle. It's like self-propelled. Man, that thing takes off. I mean, if I pull that thing wide open, I'm like running mowing fucking grass. So good neighbors, man. And then one of my probably my best friend. I probably have like four people. No, I take that back. I'd say maybe five. My circle's probably five. But my good friend, he lives the next street over, and his sister lives next street over. We're all really close. So it's a good neighborhood, quiet neighborhood. But we was out there, like I said, we was looking at the truck, and but I'm always buying stuff from neighbors, man. But people also, they offer a hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, you need help with this, you need help with that. It's like these neighbors, right? Like my neighbors, particularly next door, man, we went to school together, so we've known each other a long time. Like, not that we were like close friends or anything, but we were acquaintances and we knew of each other. But man, for people to just offer help, like I've got friends that I've been friends with for a long time that don't offer the help or the stuff that my neighbors will do, and that's just that says a lot about people, man. And it tells you people use that word. Oh, they're my friend. Oh, I got a lot of friends. No, you don't. You got a lot of acquaintance. See, people, you learn this when you get older, man. Like when I was younger, I used to be like, hey, man, I got a buddy or my buddy. They really weren't my buddy. They were just an acquaintance or someone I knew or someone you might have casually hung out with, right? But there's a difference in a friend and an acquaintance. Acquaintances are people you run into in the gym when you end up working out. They happen to be in there the same time you are, and you kind of chit chat a little bit. They don't really know much about you, right? Just what you let them know. Same thing, vice versa. And I think when you're younger, you use that word friend or buddy instead of using acquaintance, right? Friends are people who are there, when you're down on your luck and you need something, and you don't want to have to ask for help, and they offer the help anyway, right? Like friends are there when you need them. Like there's people I could talk to, probably not go months and not talk to them, take a phone call, and it'd be like we just talked. But I try to stay in touch with people I feel are my friends, my circle, and they know they can call on me. I mean, I got a little bit to offer in the way of friendship, right? Like other than just lending an ear or a hand. Um, but there's like everybody use that word friend or buddy or whatever a lot, and I feel like it's more like an acquaintance. It's not really a friendship. It's a difference in an acquaintance and a friendship. So, but I think when you're younger, you don't realize that. You think you're friends with everybody, and you think everybody's your friend, and then you realize one day when you need somebody, nobody's around, and the people that are around during those times, at your lows, or even at your highs, those are your friends, not the acquaintances. And I think you learn the difference when you get older. Probably took me 40 years to figure that out. I used to use that term buddy or friend a lot, and they're not. You know, you could say buddy maybe, but that just seems like it's more of a personal friendship than an acquaintance, than just a casual, you know, casual whatever. But yeah, I did the ruck at one of the parks today, and that was a good change of pace. Plus, it wasn't really any hills there. And like I said, my feet, my ankles kind of been bothering me. So I think yesterday, rucking without the weighted vest and then going back to it today felt pretty good. Um, Day 19, so 12 more days up in this month, and I want to keep I want to keep doing it after May. I think it's a at this point it's become a regular routine. I just may not do it every single day. I feel like I need a break. At times, I feel like I need a break. So, um, but yeah, at this point, and I'm curious when I go back for my annual checkup when they do my next annual check with my doctor because I get a physical every year, like a checkup, like you should. Everybody should. So if you don't, find a doctor. I have heard it's hard to find a doctor right now. Like a lot of doctors aren't taking new patients. I don't know why. Find a doctor, get your physicals, get your blood work done, take care of yourself. Don't wait. It's called preventative maintenance. We do it on vehicles. We got to take care of our bodies. So find a doctor, get your blood work every year. That way, if if something does happen, something comes up, you can start a plan for fixing that and trying to resolve that now. So, um, but yeah, we'll do a full panel blood work on my next physical, and I'm curious to see because I haven't been lifting as much, but all this exercise. So between now and then, I would like to think that there's going to be a difference on my blood work in a positive way from all the, just the walking. And I used to tell people all the time, man, people would be like, "How can I lose weight?" Stop drinking sugary drinks, soda, tea, anything that's got sugar in it. That's the first thing I would eliminate. Man, I got Call of Duty on the background now. One of my buddies just sent me a friendly invite. Um, Snake Plissken, if y'all know who Snake Plissken is. And on Call of Duty, I'm Jack Burton. Now, I don't know if anybody can put the correlation there. Snake Plissken and Jack Burton. There's two things in common with those two names. I'll let y'all see if y'all can figure that out. Anybody figures it out, shoot me a message, email me, open mic podcast 76 at outlook.com. But yeah, I forgot what the hell I was saying. Blood work, take care of yourself. So when we go back, I'm hoping there'll be a difference in my blood work. And as you get older, man, you gotta take care of yourself. Like my dad lived to be 89. I'll be 49 in June. That's 40 years. Like I could potentially have 40 more years of life. Maybe. Right? Could be more. Could be less. We don't know. Right? And that's a I don't know how you guys feel about that. Death is scary to me. And I think it's because of the unknown. Like, everybody's like, well, if you put your faith in God and you all that jazz, you shouldn't fear death because you know you're going to heaven. I just don't think exactly. But I don't think that's um I just don't think it's that I don't think it's that simple. I just don't. And I don't want to offend anybody. Like I'm not telling somebody they're wrong in their beliefs. I would never tell somebody what they should and shouldn't believe in. I think everybody's got to believe in something. Uh, Because what's the saying? If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And I think God, the belief of God and Jesus has gotten a lot of people out of a lot of bad situations. People that have been addicted to drugs and alcohol, and they need something, right? They need something that pulls them out of this dark place that they're in. And a lot of times it's faith based, right? Um, but it gets kind of extreme at times. I think there's extremists in all religions. There's extremists in everything, right? Um, there's just I don't know, and there's nothing wrong. Like I had this discussion with a guy one time. I studied Buddhism in college because I took a course on like religions, like world religions, whatever. I chose Buddhism because it was kind of interesting to me. And I went to the Buddhist temple and I interviewed the monk and I did, observe, their ways and the things they do. And, very peaceful people. They don't believe in violence and uh, they don't worship Buddha though. Buddha was like the one that reached like total enlightenment, and that's what they strive for. People who are Buddhists, that's what they want. They want to get to that level in life where they it was different, right? I don't want to say odd or strange or weird. Some people take offense to those things, but it was interesting. But very very nice people, and I have some friends who are Buddhists from Cambodia, and they were very nice people too. They're very non-violent, like they don't believe in war and things of that nature, and they're very giving people. So yeah, I don't know the whole thought of uh, I like to think there's something out there, right? Something after, because they always say like we only use like a tenth of our brain and our souls, and uh, we don't even reach the peak of our capabilities most of the time, mentally or physically. So uh, I like to think there's something after. We just don't get put in a fucking box in the ground or get our ashes burned and get put in a damn vase to sit on someone's mantle or get thrown out over some water. I don't know what I want, honestly. I've never really thought about that if I want to be buried or I want to be cremated. The thought of being cremated is kind of weird to me, even though I know they put your body in a coffin, they put you in the ground, you're just going to slowly deteriorate anyway. So I don't know. I mean, I had my dogs, they were cremated. My dad was not cremated. My mom would not be cremated. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. I need to figure that out. If anybody doesn't have like a last will and testament or something like that, I think you need that because if something were to happen to you, you need someone to make those decisions. And without that, if you don't have a loved one around or someone to make that decision, uh, I can't remember the term for it, but so essentially, there's somebody going to make it for you, and it's probably not going to be what you wish or what you wanted. So it's important to have those things. I can't remember what they call that. It's that first. I ain't gonna try to act like I know. I can't remember. Um, I just realized I'm using like my selfie cams. Everything's fucking. Everything's gonna be backwards. So I see that on like the Mortal Kombat machine. Everything's backwards. Probably shouldn't have done that, but that's why this is the test. First time, I can flip the camera around. I need to hook it. Like this is like I said, this is just test something I want to try out. I need to see what the camera's gonna look like if I flip it around. I can't see that. It's not showing me on the screen, so I don't know. What's this? Actual recording is higher quality. Yeah, I don't know if I turned it because I'm connected to a PC. And that camera on the PC is garbage. I need to get like a regular uh, camera for the PC. But uh, yeah, I can't see. I can see myself here. I can't see myself there. So if I flip the phone around, 'cause I'm recording on an iPhone actually because I want to see what this is going to look like. But if I flip the phone around, then I can't see myself, which may be better. May work out better that way. Um, but yeah, I just wanted. This is just a test. This is just a. I just want to get on here and kind of talk a little bit and kind of show you guys the room I'm in right now, and just I'm gonna have a whole setup though when it comes time for doing a video podcast, and maybe in about another month or so I'll have that all set up ready to go. I don't know, we'll see. Um, but like and subscribe, follow. I appreciate everybody who's reached out, all the emails. Um, words of encouragement. Man, it's like every week somebody else is hitting me up. Like there was a buddy of mine told me the other day he was at the soccer field. He's like, "Hey man, are you out here?" And I said, "No." Like I don't know why I'd be a soccer, but I used to coach. And then he's like, "Man, well somebody came up and we were talking. They were talking about your podcast." I'm like, "What?" Like just talking about my podcast. And then I had another buddy of mine today. There you go, using that buddy term again. This guy actually used to work for him. He's a good guy. Maybe I don't know. He's not. He's a friend. He's just not close, right? Like I put, like we don't hang out on weekends. We don't do stuff together. But if I see him, it's like anyway. He's good. He's a good guy. He said, "Man, I listen to it every Monday when I'm driving because he drives for work." He's like, "Listen to it every Monday." I was like, "Yeah." I self doubt, man. I don't. That's been a problem of mine for a long time. It's like, and it's better. Like I think we all have our insecurities and things, but self doubt. I just feel like I'm not doing that well. And he's like, "I think you're doing pretty good, if you ask me." And everybody tells me that, and I think I do. I think I do a pretty good job too. Um, every week I seem like I gain a new follower, a subscriber or two. Um, but yeah, man, I'm excited to keep growing and moving on and taking it to the next um the next level. Like I wanted to do audio podcasting only and kind of get to a point where I was comfortable with that and kind of build a little bit. But I think the video casting is going to go a lot better, and I think it puts a because even though I record, some clips and stuff, I think when you put a face to it, I think it's just a lot. Now people will still be able to listen, right? Um, just won't be able to watch while you drive, but I think you still turn it on and not have to have the video portion up. Um, and I can still just post the audio versions too, but I think I think it'll finally put a face to the open mic podcast and to everybody get to see, who I am. Maybe some people can relate. Maybe that helps. I don't know. Um, but yeah, everybody that's reached out, words of encouragement, everybody that's donated, we hit our $1,000 goal. My brother donated the 85 that I needed to put us at 1,000. So I appreciate, I appreciate him. He's my brother. I love him. And I appreciate that. And we got 12 more days to get in as much donations as we can. 12 more days, man. Like if just skip Starbucks, skip, whatever your guilty pleasure is, right? You need McDonald's, you need Taco Bell. Everybody's got to eat. Fuck, I'll make you a taco. Send me a donation. It's for a good cause, man. Suicide prevention. It's a big deal. It's a big deal to me. It's a big deal to a lot of people. Um, but I appreciate everybody who has donated to the charity. I appreciate everybody that's encouraged me. If I have hopefully reached out and touched some people, try to lead by example. Hopefully, I've influenced some others to want to do some good in life and do some charity work as well. Um, somebody messaged me today on IG, and this person had messaged me a while back, but I guess they lost their pet and they've had a really hard time dealing with that, and I have dealt with that, so I can understand. But they told me watching, listening to my podcast and seeing me do it, someone who's like a first timer, and I just went ahead and said it. It's encouraged them. They want to start doing podcasts. They want to start doing so. Hopefully I can get this person on. Hopefully I can get this person on one week and we can, chit chat with them. But um, I didn't know where this was going when I first started, and I still don't know where it's going to go. Who knows what it's going to look like in a year from now? But um, yeah, I'm just doing it. I'm just grinding. We're just going out there on a Monday night, episode 12.5. I don't know if anybody watches wrestling. Monday Night Raw is on. That's playing in the background. So I'm gonna peace out this joint. I'm gonna watch a little wrestling, play a little Call of Duty. I'm gonna hit the shower and hit the bed in a little bit, and get ready for tomorrow. And I just want to say, man, thank everybody. Like, thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all the love, appreciate all the encouragement, appreciate all the emails, the donations, the everything, man. I appreciate everybody for taking the time listening to me. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will catch you guys episode 13 this weekend. I'll catch you guys this weekend. Peace.